Welcome back to Make It Mondays, and this week I'm starting on a new blanket, though it is a variation on one that you all have seen here before if you've been around for a little bit. I'm going to be doing another log cabin blanket, and this time it is with fully donated yarn. So we're going to start with these three colors and see how far I can get with just these three, hoping that I can use 4. So the reason I'm starting with the 3 is because I've got lots and lots and lots of this, but I only have 2 skeins of this one. So I'm going to see if I can do 6 full blocks out of these colors. So basically it's the will I run out of yarn if I try to do a quarter of the blanket out of the brown. And if I will, then I will just end up doing it in thirds rather than doing it in quarters. So I'm going to start by making 6 center squares out of this, and then go around them in the gold and do the 6 centers in the gold and continue the path. So do the last round in the green, do the center circle, and then do the 6 centers, and then see where I am. So my actual measuring stick of whether or not I can use the brown is going to be the green, but that's going to be in a little bit. So I will be back when I've gotten a couple steps done so you guys can see what's going on, and I will actually try to show you how this pattern works, unlike last time when I was in Disney. So be back in a bit. So I got through most of this color combination for the first 6. I actually only ended up getting through 5 of them because I ran into a small problem. That's how much yarn I had left. But that also tells me that by doing the math, I can't do the blanket that I had originally designed. I don't have enough of the dark brown yarn to do the pattern the way I want it to. So instead what I'm going to end up doing is doing 8 of each color type. I'm still only going to start with 6 or start with however many I can get through in one ball, and so there will be more progress as I go, but this is what I've got right now, plus this one. And plus this one. I will use up the rest of this ball to make as many centers as I can, and then go over to the green. What this does mean is it will take approximately 4 balls of every color to get through the blanket. I did say that I would come back and show a little bit more of how these are made, and I do still plan to do that. It will just be with the green on one of these, so it's a bit easier to see all of the pickup differences that are going to happen. So I will be back in a bit when I'm a little bit further along. So here we are with the center and green yarn. So I'm going to slip this last loop onto the needles. I'm going to line up the second tail so that those will be there to weave in at the end. I'm going to skip the very first slip stitch, insert my needle into the second slip stitch, yarn over, drop a loop, and continue all the way down this first strip like that. Now you can also do it that way. I just don't find it nearly as easy, so I tend to do it the other way, where I'm going on top rather than underneath. 4, 6, 8, 10. So that is the 10 for this strip. And now for this section I also need to pick up 10. Now I've learned from way too many of these blankets that the easy way to do that is to actually start here. So 1, and then in each of the bind off, 2, but in general it's the same motion. But this is one of the first times on this project that I'm actually picking up into the bind off. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And now I've got this slightly long stitch that is the equivalent to this stitch on this side where it's going around the corner. Okay. And then it's just worked back and forth in garter stitch. In this case it is 20 rows, and then I'm binding off on row 21. So here is the finished blanket. So I am going to stand up to show you more of it. So yes, it's very hard to see on camera, but 3 different colors. So each color is represented in each row across, and then it is 5 rows tall. So I still need to finish off all the ends, but that's really normal for me for this channel. But this is going to be done very soon and go and be donated. So remember, get out there, make stuff, and I'll see you next time on Make It Mondays. Bye!